In this video, I just want to show off some of the off-camera stuff I was doing in order to try to build up some gold. For one, I had tons of cobwebs, and so I turned them into silk, which I could sell to the merchant. I also had some suspicious-looking eyeballs, which you can use to summon the Eye of Cthulhu, and so I decided to do that. It's a very easy battle at this point, given how much gear I have. And I had a bunch of suspicious-looking eyeballs, and so I fought him 6 times one night because I had 6 eyes. And as a result, he drops a fair amount of demonite ore, and so I was able to get that and craft it into some bars to sell to the merchant for a fair amount of gold. So that was happy. Then I was going downstairs to fight the Wall of Flesh. I killed one enemy, a ice tortoise, and he dropped this crazy accessory, which I still haven't put on to try out. But here is another Wall of Flesh fight, just like the Eye of Cthulhu. Here's another pre-hard mode monster that at this point I am very well armored and have high DPS with my other weapons and things, and so he's relatively easy to defeat as well. You'll notice over here there's another enemy called the Red Devil, who I guess is a new hard mode guy, who actually hits really hard. He's actually possibly more threatening than the Wall of Flesh. But basically, I was trying to farm the Wall of Flesh for some rare drops. We'll come back to that in a bit. I had a ton of lenses, and so I fought the Eye of Cthulhu another dozen times because it was nighttime, and got a whole lot more demonite ore, and so this is earning me a fair amount of money, and so that is super terrific. I go down to fight the Wall of Flesh again, and I get another rare drop. This one gives you immunity to broken armor. But basically, right now I have the Sorcerer emblem, which gives you extra magic damage, which is one of the things you get from the Wall of Flesh. There's also an emblem that gives you extra range damage, and one that gives you extra melee damage. And you can combine all 3 into one accessory, I think. And so this is the main reason I was farming him. And each time you get a certain drop. That time I got the Clockwork Assault Rifle, which is not all that great. It's a gun that fires bursts of 3, but I'm not big on guns, and that one didn't seem all that powerful. I've gotten a couple of them. So we do another Wall of Flesh fight, and this one's going to turn out a little bit better in terms of the rare drops. You get out of high-speed footage at the end, so you can actually read what's on the screen, but I got the Warrior emblem, which is the melee one, and so now all I need to do is somehow get the ranged one, and I'll have all the ones I need. You can't respawn the Wall of Flesh until you get another guide, and my guide hadn't returned, so I went up to clouds in the sky in order to fight some wyverns, because I needed some souls of flight. And so I fight a couple of wyverns. Wyverns are still reasonably powerful enemies that are somewhat a challenge to take on. But then my guide respawned, and so we fight the Wall of Flesh again. And one thing you'll notice is there's a bunch of drops left over from my previous fight sitting on the ground, and so there's like hearts and mana stars just laying on my little bridge over the lava over here, and that makes it even easier to fight him over and over and over again. I didn't get the drop that I wanted that time, and so we fight him one more time. At the end of this one, I'm finally going to get the 3rd Ranger emblem that I need, and so that is super terrific. And so I end up with all of my emblems, and so we'll be able to use those, combine them all into one accessory, and have a lot of good stuff going forward.